What's up, guys? CryptoSavy here. Welcome to the channel where you subscribe to get daily updates every day on Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and during the week we take a look at the Dow Jones at the end of the video. Also, I want to remind you guys there's a free Discord group in the description below the video. We are going to be talking about the mass confusion today. The bulls and the bears are really going at it. Our target that we had up yesterday did hit. We'll take a look at that, and we're going to start out with the bigger time frames, move on down to the smaller, and if that sounds interesting, stick around. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. There is a disclaimer scrolling on the bottom. Make sure you read it. And tomorrow we will be picking our random comment from a random video throughout the week to get your Bybit branded Ledger Nano X. We will be picking the winner. All you have to do to make sure you are entered to win is subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, and leave your comments down below. And let's get on with the video. All right. Taking a look at the news headlines real quick just to get a feel for the sentiment. It is Sunday. I will try to zip through this as quickly as possible because I know everybody has stuff to do. Or it is Saturday. I'm sorry. I am lost in the week. So anyways, it's the weekend. All right. Paul Tudor Jones, biggest Bitcoin holder in 2 years. So that's bullish news. Bitcoin is more stable than you think. More bullish news. Market wrap Bitcoin spot volumes are weak while options are strong. Another Bitcoin scam hits Canada. Bitcoin news roundup. Analyst says Bitcoin breakout imminent. Bitcoin still undervalued after quarter two. So there's more bullish than bearish in the news. I'm still bearish. If you guys watch my channel, you know we will take a look at both bearish and bullish case scenarios, but I am pretty bearish right now. 38 on the Fear and Greed Index. We dropped 1 point from yesterday. And just to go through the monthly just real quick, we are below our trend line of 93.40 now, back in this range. We do have higher highs on the price action and lower highs on the RSI. That is bearish divergence. We have the same thing in the weekly. Let me zoom in. We have higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. Could we get a huge pump up today and break this trend line today or tomorrow? Definitely possible, guys. If we break this trend line and close the daily or the weekly above 10,063, I think that would be pretty damn bullish. Although I don't see it happening, it is definitely a possibility. If that does happen, then this target of 16,000 could be in play. This is the bullish case. Again, I am bearish, but there is still a bullish case. Bears and bulls are fighting big time right now. But anyways, look at the measured move of this falling broadening wedge here would be $16,000. So that is still possible, guys. I do think that we most likely come back down and test this 200 EMA on the weekly around 57 to 5,800. But I will show you my targets. Let's get into the daily. Daily, same thing. Higher highs in the RSI. Higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. That is bearish divergence. We have broken out of this channel. The measured move of the breakdown from this channel is 69.15. As you can see, currently we are squeezed between the 813.21 EMA and the 15 EMA. This is getting real tight in here. The bullish case is we break out of these, close the daily above the 94.50 range, and then, you know, we could see a move up to the 10,200, 10,300 range to retest the bottom of this channel. If that was the case, I do believe it's just going to be a giant bull trap. Again, I could be wrong. If we can close above this 10,560 range, that would be making a new high from October. But since October, we have made nothing but lower lows. Let me go back into the daily here. Our 200 EMA is right around the 8,500. That has been a big support area. I do want to point out, last time we had a run up like this and broke out of the channel, you see what happened. Definitely could be looking at the same thing here. There is a gap on the CME futures around 3,500, 3,600, somewhere in there. I made a video about it I don't know, a month and a half ago or so. But anyways, keep that in mind. That is down there. Not saying we have to go down there, but it is a good possibility. As you can see, the volume is still declining big time. We are getting down to nothing. Could we see the big move this weekend? Possibly, next week, but something big is going to be happening soon. Let's look at the RSI. We had the rising channel in white here that we broke down out of into the falling channel in yellow. I have this trend line right here, and looking at this as a possible left shoulder, head, right shoulder, head and shoulders. If we close a daily below this, that's going to be a pretty bearish sign, guys, that we're most likely going to follow this back down and go to our lower targets. Now let's take a look at a little more craziness going on in this chart, but it's just another daily chart with just the white targets you see here are just the Fibonacci retracements from the swing low to the swing high here. We did get a nice bounce off our 0.236 at 88.90. And again, we are getting tightened in this range between my EMAs here. And again, the 200 EMA lines up perfectly with the 8,500 as of right now. So if we do get down there, I would expect a bounce at least. But a break of the 88.90, 85 to 8,600 is my range there for a bounce. Most likely come back up and retest it. And the 0.382 fib is around the 79.50 range. Then, of course, we have this long-term support and resistance at 7,700 that I'm sure we'll see a bounce there. Maybe come back and retest this area before continuing down. If the bearish case scenario plays out, which I do believe it will. Like I said, all that's off if we cross 10,560. Then we have our 69 target, 6,900, which is from this rising channel. Right between the 6150 and 6360 is a golden pocket range. If we do get a bounce there, that could be the bottom, but I still have this target at 5400, and our 0.786 is at 5250 area. And then, of course, our gap fill, if that was to happen and we come down to fill this gap, that would be a stop hunt, in my opinion. Anyone that longed here would have their stops down here. Most likely, this will be a quick wick and get a nice bounce up. Grab everyone's stops, make them buy in higher before running back up. There's also a possibility for that in Litecoin and Bitcoin. We will take a look at that also. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. Looking at the 4 hour, of course, we fell out of this falling wedge, and looks like we are in a rising wedge here. To retest the bottom of that would be around the 9,020 to 9,050 range. If that area breaks, guys, again, the 88.77 area is the 0.236, which we already tested once. If we break this 90.50, my next target would be around this 79.21, which is 0.382 fib. Again, we're going to go into the 1 hour next and see how our target hit yesterday. If you're interested in trading, I'm going to leave a Prime XBT tutorial up top. Definitely check it out. It is my preferred exchange. As you guys know, I don't put any links down below of things that I don't use. I've quit using all the other exchanges because I do think Prime XBT is the best exchange, in my opinion. They don't trade against you. You can trade Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow, tons of different stuff on there. You can do pretty much anything you want. You can also have longs and shorts open at the same time without having to have other accounts. It's just a great exchange, guys. Check it out. If you use my promo code Savy50, you get 50% bonus on top of whatever you deposit, up to 1 Bitcoin. Savy25 gets you 25% off of your fees. All right, so look at this. If we do break the 98.50, like I said, we'd be looking at a 0.382 bounce at 79.21. We could come back all the way up and test that 8800 area after that before continuing down. But the target of that also lines up with that 6,900 that we had the target of the falling out of the rising channel. I hope you're following along. I'm trying to make this quick. And let's go into the RSI real quick. So the RSI, we have this rising channel. Looks like we are in a falling wedge here. As you can see, I have a trend line here. If we come up and get rejected here again, which would be, somewhere, well, let's look at it this way. If we do break out of this trend line off of these two peaks here and come back up into this area, that would be that bull trap in my opinion. But most likely, guys, we're going to be coming back down to test the bottom of this falling wedge here, which would be our lower targets. Yesterday's video, well, actually for about a week now, we've had this target of 91.60, which is the golden pocket zone of the swing low to the swing high here. Bam, we hit it perfectly on the dot about an hour or two ago. Very nice trade. Anyways, now we are, let me get this out of the way real quick so you guys can see it a little better. Now we are getting resistance on our 0.382 fib. Actually, let me pull this back over here. Sorry about the confusion. I should have had this ready, but let me get this one out of the way. Right here. As you guys know, we popped up from this swing high to swing low over here. This was our 0.618 fib, hit perfectly, got rejected. We had that as a target also. But as of right now, we are getting resistance on the 0.382 fib from the Fibonacci retracement of the swing high or swing low to swing high here. We broke through this over here. We are testing it for resistance now. We are getting resistance. The 0.5 fib lies around 92.40. So we'll most likely, we could bounce around this area for a while, but another break of that, once we're able to break this 91.60, our next stop is around the 9,050, which I showed you before. If that breaks, we zoom out, and you see a falling wedge here. We could be coming back down to this $8,700 range, depending on how quick it comes down. If it took, you know, another week or so to come down, our target would be around the 8,600, possibly even 85. If we break this bottom trend line, guys, we're definitely looking at those lower targets. Like I said, around 69. We'll start there, and then you know what happens after that. Also, if you guys want to support the channel, it's my wife's webpage, anchorimage.com. Lots of cool crypto stuff on there. You don't have to put just what you see on it. She can put anything you want. It's quality material. It's not junk. It's not anything that's going to peel off or any junk like that. It's actually burnt in stuff. Great products. Definitely check it out, and I appreciate the support. Don't forget to smash the likes, guys. Leave your comments down below and let me know what you think. It helps the algorithm out. And let's see how many likes we can get on the video. All right. Litecoin. We're just going to look at it in the 4 hour. We did fall out of our channel here. The measured move of that is around the $37 range. We are getting rejected here at the EMAs on the 4 hour. If we get back up to the 55 EMA, that's around the $44 range. If we get back up to 200, that's around the $44.70 range. But yeah, guys, this still looks bearish to me. We do have our major support resistance at the $41 area. Once that breaks, our next support is around the $39. And then if we look at this, let me get the RSI out of there. Swing low to swing high, Fibonacci retracement on there. 37.92 is the 0.5. And then we have a golden pocket at 34.82. 0.786, 30.52. And if we get that lower low in the Bitcoin price, where I was talking about the stop hunt, we could see a $20 to $22 Litecoin. Same thing, stop out anyone that went long here and has their stops down here. Going up from there, making them buy in higher. Let's look at the RSI. Looking at the RSI, you can see we have a falling channel here. And within that, we had a rising channel, fell out, had a falling wedge, broke out, and falling channel. We have broken out of that. We seem to be riding the top of it back down. We could come all the way back down. If not, if we do pop up here, we could be looking at retesting the bottom of that channel, and that would be around the $46 range. I would expect rejection there and come back down. Actually, it could go a little higher though. 46.25, 46.50, somewhere in that area, if we do get a run up this weekend. Ethereum, same thing. Ethereum is in a rising channel. The bottom of that channel as of right now is around 221 if we were to come down. And as you can see, we're getting squeezed also in the EMAs right here, getting rejected at the 229, which is the 8 EMA, and then the 200 EMA is around 226. And again, guys, this is a 4 hour. If we break that 226, we're most likely going to come test the bottom of this rising wedge. If that breaks, my target is the 152 area, which is the golden pocket zone. And then if that was to break, we'd be looking at 125. And another thing to pay attention to, guys, these white targets here are the Fibonacci retracements from the swing low to the swing high. Each one of these, you'll most likely get a bounce. And I'm not saying that this is going to drop straight down, guys. It's most likely not. There's a lot of support that will, if it gets broken, it will come back to retest it for resistance before continuing down each one of these. So keep that in mind. 0.786 is 125. Then if we do have that lower low in Bitcoin, go to fill that gap like I was talking about, possibly a $57 to $70 Ethereum to do a stop hunt from this low, which in all three of them, same thing. Let's look at the RSI. Looking at the RSI, we had a rising wedge here, broke out of that into a rising broadening wedge, broke out of that, tested it, got resistance. Now it seems to be we are in a falling channel. Question is, do we break this channel and have a run up like I showed in Bitcoin and Litecoin? And if we do, where would that go? Most likely around the $250 range if we do have a crazy spike up this weekend. But again, guys, any spike up from here at Bitcoin, Litecoin, or Ethereum, I do believe is just going to be a bull trap. Now, the bullish case, if we did come up to retest the top of this wedge, could be around 270 if we were to break the 250, although I don't see it happening. Definitely a possibility. Keep that in your mind. Other than that, guys, that's about it. Don't forget to smash the like button, click the CryptoSavy logo above my head to get you subscribed to the channel, tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Make sure you're still subscribed, even if you were already. Make sure that notification bell is ticked, and make sure you select all after you tick it. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Have a great day, and I'm out.